Hope you're having a great day. We continue with Rabbi Gamliel, a sage from the past, who suggested 3 ways that you should run your life. And they're obviously connected. That doesn't need much explanation, but we're going to analyze them a little bit. Number 1, make for yourself a rabbi, or once again, if you are not Jewish and a different religion, make for yourself a leader, a figure that you follow their ways. And you shouldn't be somebody that bounces around. I'm going to follow this person when that works for me, and this person when that works for me. You should pick a person that you respect, you know is going to bring you in the right direction in life, and you have to follow their ruling. Not everything can you come to a conclusion on your own. Number 2, which is clearly connected, is keep yourself away from doubt, from questions. You should know for sure how you need to handle a situation. If you're in a whatever kind of situation, whether it's raising your kids, dealing in business with your better half, your spouse, family, in any situation, you should stay away from doubt. You should handle yourself in a situation that's clear and concise. You shouldn't have doubt, and people shouldn't have doubt about what it is you've said or done. And number 3 is that you should not be very iffy about your tithe. In the Jewish religion, we have a rule that people need to give 10% of their income to charity. And I'm sure other religions have similar ideas, whether it's a rule or a concept, I don't know. But the idea that once we're already taking on to have a leader figure, and then we're taking on this concept of staying away from doubt, what better way to challenge a person than to tell them, put your money where your mouth is. Be exact. Don't say, okay, well, last year I made $100,000 and I'm pretty sure I gave $20,000 to poor people. So this year I made $90,000 and I feel like I don't have to give anything. No, you have to be exact. And when you give extra, you have to know I'm giving extra. Some people keep checkbooks, balances, they keep notes to be exact. Some people just make an exact portion to the side. They have a separate pocket for when they make cash, or they have a separate bank account for when they're making checks. And that money is already in their mind, not theirs. It's for people and organizations that they can donate to. And then when the next year comes, you add to that account, or if that account's depleted, you build it up. But the point is to have a system to stay away from doubt. Once a person can stay away from doubt with their money, then just intrinsically, it's going to be easier to stay away from doubt with other things. So there is sometimes glaring brilliance to the way the Torah and God and his sages that led the way taught us. So again, make yourself somebody that you can follow their path. Number 2, stay away from doubt. And number 3, give charity, but with an exactness. If you want to give more, be clear in your mind that you've given and now you're giving extra. If you, let's say, owe $300 and you want to give a certain circumstance $500, in your mind, make a clear decision. I owe $300 because of my tithes, my charity that I owe, and then I'm giving another $200 because I'm a great guy. But don't guesstimate, because in the end, you're going to flaw it. Because here's what happens. You make $100,000, you give $30,000, you give $100,000. And then the next year you make $100,000 and you don't give anything thinking you're a great guy. Guess what? You didn't give tithe on that money. And it's a pretty big deal. Something to keep in mind. There are certain things that in the Jewish religion we call them, to translate into English, pebbles that we kick with the foot. Sometimes we minimize the small rules, But we need to know that God is paying attention to everything. And sometimes the small things is where we really see where his mind is focused and matters. So you could be the greatest person in the world, but then if you're consistently doing small things, I mean, everything's a big thing, but let's say a person's walking on Sabbath, you're not allowed to work, you're not allowed to break tree twigs. And a person is constantly going to synagogue every single week and praying with all his might, but he takes a shortcut and he steps on twigs and he cracks them over and over and over and over again. Best example. It's great that he's praying, it's great that he's going to synagogue. Stop cracking the twigs. You're going to have to answer for that. And once again, this rolls over to all religions. You have to be your best person, your best self. The way to do this, have somebody who you have to answer to, make yourself that you have to answer to them. You have to live up to a certain level that's always a little more than where you're up to. Never the same, never lower. Be exact with your actions and give charity. Have a great day. Thanks.